Hello friends, my name is Shivam from DevOps Schools and I will help you to enable your learning process in various technologies of DevOps, artificial intelligence, machine learning, big data and many more. This is our initiative to help you by sharing multiple tutorials and videos. And if you want any specific tutorials or any particular topic, then please do comment in the below comment section and I will help you with it. Also, please subscribe to our premium services on YouTube, which will give you access to more content and videos to enhance your knowledge about all these topics. Also, if you want me to help you with regards to the online trainings and classroom sessions by our qualified trainers, then please do write me at contact@devopsschool.com. Thank you.
So we will go with our messaging, where for the messaging, we have a different brokers, which is ActiveMQ or a RabbitMQ, where for streaming application, we use Kafka as well. So where here we are sending a message from the Spring Boot application to the exchange. So from where the exchange, the data will be binding to the different queue. So we have a different type of exchanges which is present with respect to RabbitMQ. So which is we have direct exchange, and then we have fan out exchange, and then we have topic, and then we'll be having header exchange. So where depends on what type of exchange or you are going with. So there is a difference between each exchange which we are working with. So where uh, the data will be sent it as a application. So that is you will be having an actor involved in it. So the actor will be working with Spring Boot application. So it will be sending a message or the object to our exchange. So from there, the binding will be happening to the different queues. It may be for a one queue or it may be multiple bindings can be happen. So where various exchange types also there here. So which is we were discussing here with respect to our different exchanges. Where when you go with a different exchange services, so that is we have direct exchange which will publish the data where routing key exactly matches. We will be sending or like we will be having a routing keys in the RabbitMQ. The publish never directly send a message to a queue. For that we will use a exchange. Instead, the publisher will send it to the exchange based on the routing keys, binding, and header attributes. The exchanges are message routing agents where you can define the bindings and that are connects to the exchanges queue. So for suppose here we have this different type of exchanges. So based on the routing key, so if any routing key which we are sending, so based on the routing key, a message will be sent to the queue having the same routing key specified in the binding rule. In both the cases, like you are publishing the message where you want to consume it. So both, if the same routing key specified in their binding rule, the routing key of exchange will be happen with a direct exchange if exactly the routing key matches. Where exactly the routing key matches, which will be a simple string where the routing key where it exactly matches. The exactly the routing key matches, then it will be called it as a direct exchange. So if we are configuring with respect to the fan out exchange, like it does not look into what is the routing key it's present. It's irrespective of any key matches or not. If some keys are matching or if not matching, but still it don't look for it. It don't look for it. It will be sending the queue messages or the binding to the queues. So where in the fan out, so where in the fan out, it will ignore what the routing key will be provided. So then that fan out exchange will be sent it to the how many number of queues you will have or how many consuming. Basically, for fan out exchange is a type useful where publish subscribe pattern. So while using the fan out exchange site, different queues are queues can be handled, the handle message in the different ways. If you are sending for the multiple queues, so that it will be each one will be handled in a different ways. We use it for a consumer record, other order for reporting purpose, or update the read-only histories of orders, or fulfill the order forms. So all this will take it in a fan out exchange, where we have a topic exchange. The topic exchange type thus routes the message queue whose routing key matches all or portion of the routing key. If any portion of the routing key is also matched, then so there it contains a series of words are matching. So that is, we will be sending here something in the topic exchange. Like I will just take it here, example dot sample dot pro. So this is my routing key. So where in this routing key, if it's completely matches or portion of the key matches, then it will be like I have one key which is maybe represent with the different patterns. Like it's have a key can be started with anything, and then we have only sample in the middle, and then it can be present anything. But still topic exchange will be able to, because if any portion of the key is matched, then the pattern may contains the asterisk to matches the simple words, or it may be taken like you will have example dot sample dot start. So but still it will be sent it to that consumer as well, because only the portion. So where we will use it in the any logs containing an application name, or some shopping product types, or in the shopping preferences, all these things will go with a topic exchange, where we have a last one which is header exchange, based upon a matching of message header to the expected header. So where it should be binded with the header message also. The header exchange type, it's similar to the typing exchange, but we can set a number of filters or number of conditions can be mentioned for it. So if any one key is matched, then for that particular one, it will be go and send it to the queue. The header exchange is type where directing message which may have to contain a subset. If it's contain any subset of it, then it will be taken, where the matching criteria should be a serialized objects. So in that we will be go with a header exchange. So where depends on your routing key and the conditions, we go with which type of a exchange it will be. So if exactly matching and sending, it will be direct, and uh, if it is ignored, I'm not sure with who is consuming. Let anybody can consume it, so it will be a fan out. Where at least portion of the key should be matched, then it will be a topic, and the header binding should be happening. So any subset of criteria, or you can have a multiple filters with a header request, so that it will be taken to the Spring Boot of RabbitMQ. So that is a different type of exchanges which we have it. So where when
In
you are
topic,
working with respect,
one
yeah,
question, Shweta. In topic exchange, it looks for a substring or it does a pattern matching.
it does for a pattern matching.
So you are saying star dot sample dot star. Um, so wherever there is sample, it's going to bind. Is that what you are saying? I
No,
didn't
no,
get
no.
that.
Okay, no. It can be any part, any portion of the data can be matched, and other portion can be anything. Like it is not only a sample. Like here, if I go, I can have it like the star dot star and prove. So that
Okay.
portion of this is matching, so it will be able to do it. The queue can be consumed
Okay.
your messages.
Okay.
Yeah. So that way we will go. So whenever you are working with respect to Spring Boot with RabbitMQ, so first we know we should have a dependencies to be taken care. I just took here one code, some sample code itself. So in application.properties, I just configured the server port, and we have to give where is our RabbitMQ host is present, and the port number, and then what is the RabbitMQ port number. By default, it will be 5672, but for me 5672 something other application is also running, so I configured it for 5673. So this is my RabbitMQ port, and then the RabbitMQ username and password. The default username and password is guest and guest. So that's what here the RabbitMQ properties we have configured. So we can have in the Spring Boot, we can read the properties from the application.properties file by using at the rate of value, to show that. So I have here my exchange name, the example.exchange and example.queue and example.routing key. This is my routing key here. Where Spring.main allow bean definition overriding. Yes, I want to allow the overriding definition here. So I configured it here true. So this the properties which I have configured. Then in my RabbitMQ, so I want to send the product object. So I took here one product object. I'm sending is with the JSON. So JSON identity info, which is object ID generator. That is to convert into a JSON. So we are taking here the JSON identity info. So where my product contains only two values, which is PNAME and PID. So in my RabbitMQ configuration, so we have to do the configuration and we should have a sender. So in this configuration, first I just took all the names. What is the queue and what is the exchange name and what is the routing key? That I have to read from the application.properties. To read from the application.properties, we'll use here at the rate of value. So at value will be used the annotation to read the data from the application.properties. Whatever the property name you have given, the same property name here I'm taking. One is queue name and one is exchange and one is here the a routing key. So where to create a queue, so that is we are injecting here, or we are creating a bean which is called queue, and we are writing here the queue name. And wherever you go here with the queue, so that is it's take a boolean which is it should be durable. That is the queue should be non-exclusive and non-auto delete. You want to make it that so that flag can be configured it here. So that's why the queue bean is created. Then we have to create here the exchange. So which type of exchange you are going depends on what type of exchange you are using. So that we will create here the that exchange bean, that is direct exchange bean here I have taken. So then we have to return the direct exchange by passing here the exchange object. So that is what is the exchange we have configured here that I'm passing to this. Then we have to do the binding. So that is that binding of your RabbitMQ to the queue should be happen. So then whenever the exchange is happening from the Spring Boot, so that it does not directly happen in the message brokers, it will be send it to your any message broker. So from there uh, to the exchange, from here it will be do the binding with the queue. So for this we have to pass what is the queue it should be, so and what is a direct exchange, so that we are binding builder, and then we are calling here dot bind method. We are binding with the queue to the exchange with the routing key, that is what the binding which will we are configuring here. So that is this binding will be happen with respect to what's the queue name which you have written and what is the. Yeah. So what is a exchange and with a routing key here? So where whenever it's messaging is happening, so the we have to declare the queue, and between the queue and exchange the binding will be happening. So in the component where it's a message we are sending, we can configure the listeners to be and how we are going to convert your object into format, that we want to convert into JSON format, so that the Jackson is the converter to convert your object into JSON. So that we are using here Jackson to JSON message converter. The Jackson to the Java to some message JSON message converter, that being also we have created. Then we have to go with the AMQP template. So because as it is with the RabbitMQ, so that we are working with here AMQP template. So depends on what a message broker you are using. So we will be having a AMQP template and RabbitMQ template. So AMQP template is our interface. RabbitMQ template, Rabbit template is a implementation. So the implementation of this interface. So we should use a Rabbit template because it's a class, but this parent is a AMQP template. So that's what here we are using. So we have to return the type of AMQP. So we are taking here a Rabbit template. For that we have to pass the connection factory. So that connection factory here we are passing to our Rabbit template. So then this is to use to establish the connection between our message broker and with our application that we have passed to a Rabbit template, like how we pass it for our JDBC connection or with Hibernate connection, the session factory. For that, we are passing a data source. That is to establish a connection. Same way here, that connection factory we have configured it, and we are setting the message converter here. That is the Rabbit template dot set message converter. So we are setting the message converter, that message converter which the bean which we have created, that we have to write it here. So this bean will return the Rabbit template or AMQP template. So whenever you go with the REST application, we use a REST template to consume the REST API. So the same way here to work with the Rabbit MQ, so we will be go with the AMQP or Rabbit template. This configuration we have done, but we have to create the sender for our code. So for that we are creating here RabbitMQ sender. So this sender will be configured with what is the template bean we have created, that we are auto wiring, and then again we are getting here exchange and the routing key. So here we don't need to get the queue. So because when you are sending, we'll only send the what is the exchange, which type of exchange and which type of a routing key and what is the object we are sending. So this method will send the data to our RabbitMQ. So it will be sending here. So that is the product object which we are sending. So for this product will be configured here. So then we are taking here the controller to do job. Whenever we want to send some asynchronous request, so between applications, we go with the any message brokers. So that if you want to go with non-asynchronous request or non-asynchronous data exchange should be happen, so that we go with a REST template, where when we go with a asynchronous kind of request and response should be happen with respect to multiple applications, to the different applications, so it directly cannot interact it, so it will be sent through the message brokers. So for this here, we took here one controller. So that is, we are taking here the request mapping, which is REST controller, that I'm just calling with example with the producer. So that is the product which we are sending to RabbitMQ. What is the RabbitMQ sender? We have created a bean. So that is as a service, that service here we are auto wiring. So then the producer data which we are sending to our RabbitMQ. So it is similarly your controller, but instead of returning here, we are returning to our RabbitMQ message broker. So for that, we took here the service where to send it, where to send the data. So then we require only configuration should be handled here. That configuration, we did it in the configuration annotation class. So that is the configuration which we have to take care with the queue and the exchange and the binding and the JSON, and majorly it's a Rabbit template. For the template, we require a connection factory and the message converter. So where we want to do the binding with our data, so that is where we go with a simple diagram here. So there is a one service, it is sending a message to the any type of exchange. Any type of exchange will be taken here. So this exchange will be sending to the queue. So that is this queue will be taken to your consumer. So this consumer here, the binding will be happening with our exchange and the service which we have it. So then from there, the consumer is taking, or from the service queue, it is taking here. So this will be the queue, and from this the consumer is taking. So only the difference is who are all, which are all the services can be consumed this. So that is based on which type of a exchange you have created, which type of a exchange you have created. So like in this example, we configured here the direct exchange, so that here the direct exchange will be taken to this. So where in our application, so we configured here the binding, that is to bind between the queue to the exchange with the routing key. So as it is a direct exchange, so if it is the routing key exactly matches, if the routing key exactly matches, then only the consumer can consume it. Like what is the routing key which we have used? The routing key is example dot routing key. So let me just execute this code, which we are just only sending. We have to write the consumer to consume it. First, let us just only send it 8023. I will first so I have some exchanges here, which is direct exchange. And what is my application port number is 8023. That which I'm calling here with my controller where to send the message, which is example slash producer. Okay, required string parameter p name is not present. What happened? Okay, I have to send the request parameters here. Okay, I'll just use my postman to send request parameters. Okay, we just send a message with the query parameters here. So that is message sent to the RabbitMQ successfully. So we got a 200 status here. So when you just go to RabbitMQ here, and you can see now we got a example queue which is ready and total is 1. So we got one queue here. So that if you have any consumer to consume it, yes, it can be consumed. How the, sorry, how the consuming will be happening? Sorry. So that is I've taken one consumer example here, which is with okay 5673 guest example queue. Okay, so it is my simple application. So where Spring Boot application, I have a listener to listen to it, and I have a configuration. So how we will be configuring? So we have to get what is the queue which we have to access it. So that is a rabbitmq.queue and the queue name. And then we are using here the message listener container, that is to read it. So that is message listener container, which will be used to listen. So that is, it is represented by the container or your Spring Boot RabbitMQ. So where to get the connection factory. So where we are getting a connection factory, and we created the object and we are setting a queue here. Whatever the set queue, the queue bean we have created, that we are taking, and we are taking here the RabbitMQ listener. So the RabbitMQ listener is a code here we have written, and we are mentioning so public void on message where the message consumed, and we are just getting a message body. As I'm doing it as a normal Spring Boot application, I'm just running as a Spring Boot application. So we got here consume, ID is 1 and the P name is watch and PID is 123. So this is what the data which I got it here, the consumed. So now when I just go here and check, so before we got a ready one and total, so now we don't have any because this is already consumed by the consumer. This is consumed by the consumer. Let me just send one more here. 124 watch, and I will just send another message. I just took some products. Yeah. So there are two messages which are sent it here. So let me just go and refresh here. So the example.queue. So that is where you go for the queue. So we got it here ready, unhacked, and the total. So what is the status of it? How many consumers are there? There is one consumer idle, and it's taken here. And this is up. The status of this is up, and it is showing all the published messages. Like if you want to write, send some messages to public here, publish the message, we can get it. And what is the get message we want to give it, so all this. And if any other messages are deleted, like if you want to delete a queue, you can delete it from here. So like this, the exchange can be happen with respect to any message brokers. So that's what here we just configured it here. Let me just, so you can see now we got another consumer, which is it was running, right? So whenever you publish, it will be consuming. So one watch 124 and again 127. So we had a three messages, so all the three got consumed here. So let me just run again this code. So there is no produces, there is no data is published for that queue, so that's why it's not taking. You just immediately you publish here, you're able to see we are consuming. So we are getting here the consuming. And you just send some other data. So immediately when you send it, the consumer is ready and it is consuming. So if you are not, like I am just stopping. So with that stopping, I'm just sending my producing the data. So publishing. So now when you just go here, see we got here the queue data, which is, yeah. So the example queue, which will be. So if any consumer will come, then it will be taken. Till the consumer is taken, so we got here the ready. It is idle. The status is idle, so no one is consuming the data of it. So it depends on what type of consumer you are configuring. So based on that, like if you're configuring the exchange with the direct, so that it is happening here the direct exchange, so that we are taking from the example queue. So this way the RabbitMQ with a consumer will be called. So if you just want to see with fan out and all, let me just take that project.
To get our channel membership, click onto the join button, select the 3D99 plan and grow your skills immensely.
If you're not specifying the exchange, what exchange does it take? You can just give the queue name,
Direct.
right?
Yes, yes. It will take a
Okay.
direct one. That's the default one.
Then what routing key it takes then?
It will not take any routing key. It will be taken only direct exchange. I took direct.
Direct exchange requires routing key. No. Which one requires routing key?
Everything except fan out. If you have a routing key or not, but fan out will be ignored. If you have also, it will be ignored.
Okay.
The consumer will be binding to the queue using routing key, right? Binding key.
Yes, 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 yes.
If you are
Yes.
producing using routing key and then the consumer has just subscribed to the queue without any routing key, will it be able to consume it?
Yes, 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 it will be able to. That's where we call that exchange as a fan out exchange. If you are configuring as a direct exchange, but it is not looking into the what is the exchange, sorry, what is the routing key which you are configured, in that it will be go to the uh, fan out itself. So like, let
Okay.
me just, yeah. So that is like I have here the different queues where Q1 is marketing queue and finance queue and the admin queue. There are three queues are present here: marketing queue, finance queue, and here the admin queue. So where we have a taken here the fan out exchange and then fan out exchange. So we are just sending here the marketing queue. We are binding with the marketing queue and we are exchanging. Okay, so where when you go with here, the again the binding for the finance and then admin. For each we should have a bindings, right? So we have a three queues for the all the three. We just did here the binding. All the marketing, finance, and the admin, all the three queues got binded to the exchange, to the fan out exchange which we have created. Then in the RabbitMQ controller, you can see the fan out, which is of AMQP template. And again, we are producing here what is the exchange name and the message data. So in that case, I guess it will be fan out message sent. So that is, it will not look into. If you see here, we have not configured any of a what property of name which we have taken. That is the routing key. We no need to specify it here, because if you specify also, it will be ignored. It will be binding to all the queues which is present. Let me just show it. It's and I have it here. Let 8023 and exchange name and what is the message data. Okay, fan out producer. Okay, so that fan out which is also sent it here. So irrespective of all, so that is you can see it's just given for admin queue, example, finance queue, marketing queue. All the three queues are taken here. So where example queue have a ready and admin queue, finance queue, marketing queue, which does not yet ready here with the data which we want to give it. So like in this here. It's still idle only. What happened? Message is sent. My message is not coming here. The queue should be given it as a ready. Oh, so that is when it is available. So whenever your consumer comes, irrespective of any queue name. So that's why it's not showing here any ready status. Before it was showing the ready status, but here now it's not showing. So that it will be published to whatever the queues you will be having, not irrespective of anything. So it will be just a kind of broadcasting.
But here we have four queues bound to that channel, bound to that
Yes,
exchange, right? One
yes, because
exchange
we
we
have
had four
four.
queues. Now when we published, it just went to the example queue.
Mm. Because we are published here to what exchange name and the message data. What is the exchange name which I have taken here as fan out? Okay. Everywhere we are binding to this only. Marketing, finance, and admin.
Actually, that message should go to all the queues, is it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what I'm also checking.
Okay.
Oh, fan out exchange. Okay. So this we are passing here and we bind it to this fan out exchange. It's giving something called channel shutdown, channel error. Oh, reply code is 404 minutes. Fan out in which, okay, okay. It's given some error here. Uh, yeah. Exchange name I have not given properly. Yes. So that is fan out exchange. That is a name of a exchange I have configured in my application. I have to send that exchange. No? Yeah. That is a name which I have given wrong. So that's what it is. Yes. So whenever I sent with fan out exchange, so you can see here, it's now coming for all the four. Let me just send one more sample message one. So that is it sent it to here. It's not for example queue because example queue we are not using now. Example queue was the previous queue which I have written the program. In this, I have taken admin queue, finance queue, and marketing queue. So the two queues which we have sent it here. So which queues you are using? Like,
We are actually using it in a different way, that annotation based message source and sync we are doing. We are not, we
okay.
do not know internally what it is doing. It is coming up with a default queue name.
Oh, okay, okay. So maybe it's code is already written. You are just using with annotations. Huh?
Mm. Like that Spring format, that message source and sync is given, right? If you
Hmm.
just put annotation, it'll, and channel name you
Yeah,
should
yeah,
give.
yeah. Like
We do
here.
not specify queue name, I guess. Don't know.
Okay, maybe that's already configured in your application, so you're just accessing that with the sync. Yeah. So where here we are just taking the same queues, but only all the queues we are keeping here. There are four queues now, which is marketing queue, finance queue, and admin queue, and all queue. But instead of fan out, we are going with here the topic exchange. That is, the queue we are prefixing with the q dot marketing and then q dot finance and q dot admin. So that is, and then q dot star. So that is, it will be able to send to all the queues which have this pattern, like the queue name which is starting with the q, that's what the pattern matching which will be happening. So that is, it will be sending to q dot marketing, q dot finance, q dot admin, and q dot start. So that will be the difference here with respect to the queues. Like, where let me just go to my application and stop it. So I just took here the topic exchange. And in my controller, I'm just checking here what is the exchange name which I'm passing and what is the message data. So that is now when I go here and send it, what is my name of exchange, which is topic exchange. I'm just sending with the sample code. So I just written a message as fan out message send. So but here you can take it is coming to all queue, so which is not a number. Okay, what's happening? Yeah. So all queue also coming here. Why this all queue also? Because now it will be okay. Yes, it's not coming to here. Let me just send it. The queue got created. Maybe again I have written some mistake. I'm not. So it will be come to the all the queues which is prefixed with the q dot. So then it will be able to take in care. So that's where the topic queue will be. So basically all exchanges will do same job, but only the differences that which we have discussed here. So if the exactly the routing key matches, then fan out means it's ignore the key, but here all. Then header means it will be again check with what is the header messages which you are sending. Based on that, the header exchange will be happening. This is what how the messaging will be published and how we'll be able to consume it. So do you have any doubts with this, with the queue names? whatever you have written with what is the cues which you are passing here.
Topic exchange I did not get properly. Here also you are binding with all the keys, right? In fan out also you were doing the same thing. All the binding with
But
all the
fan out,
cues.
no, fan out means it does not look for is the key is present or not. It will do for every, like, let me just show it to you here. Instead of topic exchange, now I'll just change it to fan out. Okay. I'm just taking here for the fan out exchange. So which is the queues I have? Q dot marketing, Q dot finance, Q dot admin, and Q dot all, right? So where I'm just mapping this. Okay, everywhere I have to change it. Fan out exchange. Here you can see which with what binding you are not configuring. But here with binding, what is this exchange to be with what we are binding? So that was not there in the topic, and here it is. Like we no need to write this. So it will be for how many queues you will be have for all the queues it will be taken. But for the topping only where the pattern matches. I'll just show it to you. Wait. See now if I'm just sending the data. See, if you just see, it is sending for admin queue, all queue, exam finance queue, and where marketing queue. It is sending for all the four, right? Before it was 2 for admin, finance, and marketing. But all queue was not having anything, but it's took now one. Like just see the status. And now let me just send one more. Yeah. If you just reload it, okay, let it come. Yeah, you can see now it's given to admin queue, marketing queue. This is what fan out is happening. It does not look for what is the queue which is present. Where now instead of this, what we will go with, I will use only the pattern. So that is where we will use it here now.
Please enroll our general membership for $399 plan to get access of all the parts.
Along with that, you can access our other tutorials such as Docker, Ansible, Jenkins, Terraform, Splunk, AWS, Azure, and various other DevOps related premium tutorials with our channel membership. If you would have any issues with our channel membership, you can drop an email to us at contact@devopsschool.com, or you can also unsubscribe from channel membership anytime if you don't want to continue or did not like the video. To get our channel membership, click onto the join button, select the $399 plan, and grow your skills immensely. Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries. We will reply to them at the earliest. Thanks for watching.